Saint Catherine of Siena was quoted as saying, "Be who God meant you to be, and you can set the world on fire." My Sandra Zimmer Method public speaking course helps you become an instrument through which your authentic self can speak so you can set your world on fire. Hi, I'm Sandra Zimmer, the creator of the Sandra Zimmer Method public speaking experience and the author of the book, It's Your Time to Shine: How to Overcome Fear of Public Speaking, Develop Authentic Presence, and Speak from Your Heart. When I was 36, I set out to heal my terrible stage fright and fear of public speaking because I had accidentally triggered an extraordinary flow state experience while I was acting in front of 200 people, where I suddenly felt calm and comfortable and confident and present on stage. So I acted in a way I'd never acted before, and I wanted to know how to get into that state on purpose. I sensed that the keys had to do with feeling present and safe at the center of attention. And I had degrees in acting and psychology and directing and voice and metaphysics. So I had the right set of experiences to figure a method that not only releases public speaking anxiety, but also transforms it into a state of presence that radiates confidence when you speak to groups. If you're a professional who's really good at what you do, but you struggle with speaking about it in meetings and presentations, I have a solution unlike any other that frees you to speak from your zone of brilliance. Instead of teaching mechanical public speaking skills, I guide you into a state of presence where you feel comfortable in your skin to be your authentic self and speak from your heart with a sense of flow, so you shine. In my course, I've woven together 4 subtle experiences that create an inner foundation upon which you can build an authentic style of speaking. They're sensations that you experience in a bodily felt way. First, a sense of grounded presence. Second, feeling comfortable in your skin. Third, feeling connected with your listeners. And fourth, being authentic. Imagine feeling these 4 things before you speak. Think of how much freedom they would give you to talk. In my course, you learn to combine these 4 subtle experiences with 5 public speaking skills: flowing your speech, finding and telling your stories, sharing lessons learned, collecting ideas on paper quickly, and creating powerful improvised talks using no notes. When you work on creating these 4 subtle experiences at the same time you're learning these 5 public speaking skills, it's easy to become confident speaking to groups because you just feel safe to speak. And feeling safe to be yourself makes it easy to express yourself and speak from your heart. The result? You develop an authentic style of speaking that captures attention and exudes leadership presence. In my course, I'll help you change how you think about stage fright and public speaking anxiety. I'll help you understand its potential power and see it in a more positive light, so you won't be so afraid to tackle this challenge. In this video, I'll be diving into authenticity, presence, and the experience I call grounding, so that you can understand how they help you transform stage fright. In the end, I'll share how you can experience the Sandra Zimmer Method course. So, stage fright is what we want to transform. I think of it as the tension of being the center of attention. After guiding thousands through the Sandra Zimmer method, there are some things that I've learned about stage fright that might surprise you. First, the people who have the most stage fright have the potential to become stars at speaking if they are willing to become authentic. Why? Because we have the feelings. Our feelings are up to the surface where they can be used to create genuine emotional connection with listeners and to speak from passion. But second, public speaking fear is not really about speaking. It's about not feeling safe to be yourself when all eyes are on you, not feeling comfortable to be who you are at the center of attention. And the third thing that I've learned about stage fright is that it's just mental resistance to feeling the natural emotional energy that's trying to flow through your body when you become the center of attention. So it's potential power. It's just getting stuck in the energy centers in your physical body because you're contracting against it. So here's what happens when you are seized up with stage fright. When you become the center of attention, intense emotional energy gets stirred up inside your body. And if you have stage fright, you're unable to stay present in front of other people because that energy inside you feels overwhelming and out of control. So you unconsciously pull energy out of your legs and feet, up through the core and into the head, and you tighten the body from the neck down to try to freeze the flow of feelings. So you go up in your head and feel split off from your real emotions, from your real self. And when that happens, you become scattered and ungrounded and unpresent. And in that split state, you can't think clearly. You're so distracted by the intensity of energy in your body that you can't access the information that you know so well. On top of that, you're probably judging your feelings as wrong, which compounds the issue. But here's the magic. When you can get that emotional energy to flow through your body and out to others, you can use that energy to connect emotionally with listeners and speak from your passion. That allows you to be authentic. If you will work on authenticity and presence and grounding while you're developing public speaking skills, you can transform stage fright. They are the secrets of how we transform the tension of being the center of attention and free ourselves to speak. So let's talk about each of them. Authenticity is imperative for transforming public speaking fears and anxiety. Being authentic means that you're willing to share some of what's going on inside you with listeners. And that's usually the last thing that people with stage fright want to do because they're trying to uphold an illusion of perfection. They don't want anyone to know that they have fearful feelings. But when you're willing to let them know that you have human feelings, like fear, stage fright dissolves. The tension goes into flow because you're not hiding anything. You're not protecting anything. You're just being real, authentic. Presence is the opposite of stage fright. Presence is a sense of being here now. And here and now is being in your physical body. So that means having attention and awareness through your entire physical body all the way down to your feet. When you're able to relax deeply into the physical body, you have all of your faculties available: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So you can think what you think, you can feel what you feel, and you can express what you choose. And what you choose to say when you are present usually comes from your authentic self. So So when you practice presence at the center of attention, you become comfortable and magnetic. So your leadership presence shines through. Grounding is how we develop presence and comfort in the skin. It's the most effective antidote to stage fright and public speaking anxiety I know. When you're grounded and present, you feel strong and safe and solid and contained and confident. You feel safe to be yourself. So again, you can be authentic. And that makes it easier to connect with others and easier to speak. So today, I'm going to guide you through a grounding exercise to demonstrate how grounding can make a difference in your flow of thoughts and your flow of speech. To demonstrate this, I would like for you to do a brief speaking exercise, even if you're alone. So here's what you'll be doing. You're going to pick a topic that you can talk about easily for 1 minute. And then you'll stop the video and speak about that topic for 1 minute. And then you'll turn the video back on. And then I'll guide you through a grounding exercise at that point. And after grounding, you'll repeat your 1 minute talk and just notice what kind of impact grounding had on your flow of thoughts and words. So to prepare, I'm going to give you a few seconds to think of a topic. Okay, got your topic? When I cue you, turn the video off and say that topic out loud. And after you speak out loud, turn the video back on, and then I'll guide you through a grounding exercise. Stop the video now. Welcome back. Let's do a grounding exercise. Grounding is an eyes closed, mind-body meditation. It gets you out of your head and into your body. So to prepare for grounding, begin by sitting with your spine straight and place both feet flat on the floor. And close your eyes. Take a few slow, long, deep breaths, and every time you exhale, let the weight of your body melt down into the chair that you're sitting on and down into the ground underneath. Let gravity take your weight down. And now see if you can feel the earth underneath you coming up to support you. The earth is very strong. It will catch you. You can trust it to support you. And now bring your attention into your head. Focus your awareness inside your head. And see if you can sense that there's an energy buzzing around or bouncing around inside your head. It might feel like pulsing or flashing. It could be light, it could even be color. See if you can be aware of the energy in your head for a moment. And now allow some of the energy from your head to drain down into your neck. Imagine that you fill your neck inside. Don't just think about it, feel it. And then let some energy from your neck begin to flow down into the front of your chest, so that the front of your chest seems to swell on the inside. And let it flow to the sides of your chest and around to the back. Let your whole chest feel more full on the inside, so you're aware of being inside your chest. And now let some energy from your chest drain down into your diaphragm and stomach area and begin to fill up the middle part of your body. Let your midsection become fuller, more solid. Try to create a strong, solid middle. And let the energy flow all the way down around your waist. And let some energy from your diaphragm area now drain past your waist and into your pelvis. Let the energy flow into the front of your pelvis and fill the lower belly in the front. And then let it flow around to the sides of the pelvis and around to the back. Let the whole pelvis feel more full. As the pelvis fills, it kind of feels like you sit down more deeply inside yourself. Feel the weight of your pelvis sitting into your chair, more deeply down into yourself. And now let some energy from your pelvis flow around your hip joints and begin to flow down your thighs. You could think of lava flowing down your thighs or warm honey. Let your thighs feel heavier and more solid. Feel the weight of your thighs on the chair. If you have trouble getting the energy past your hip joints, you could think of pushing it down to your knees. And now let the energy flow around your knees and begin to flow down your calves. Think about filling the bones in your lower legs. And let the energy flow all the way down your calves and around your ankles. And now let that energy flood into your feet. You could think of pouring lava down into your feet. Let it flow so that your feet feel longer and wider. You want heavy feet. And now focus your attention at the arches of your feet. You have high energy centers at the arches. You might feel a tingle or a pulsation at your arches. And then imagine that you drop some energy from the arches down into the ground, just as if you were growing thick taproots and sending them deep into the earth. Sink your roots deeply into the earth and anchor your feet to the ground. And now take a deep breath or two and let the weight of your body melt more deeply into the ground. Think about coming home to yourself. Think about coming home to your own physical body and being at home inside your skin. And rest for a moment. Just notice how you feel inside. Do a little scan of your body from top to bottom and see if you feel more aware of being inside your skin. If there's a part that needs more filling up, you can take some time to send some energy to that part now. And take a long, slow, deep breath. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And now that you're grounded, when I cue you, I'd like for you to stop the video again and speak that same topic for that 1 minute and then start the video again. So stop the video now. Welcome back. If you did the second 1 minute speech, notice if your flow of thoughts was the same or different. Was it easier to think what to say? What about your flow of words, same or different? Did the words come out more smoothly? Can you sense the potential of grounding to make a difference in your presence and in your ability to speak? Over time, grounding helps you develop a stronger and stronger presence and makes it easier to think on your feet and speak from flow. And that's only the first step in my Sandra Zimmer Method Public Speaking Experience course. My method is a series of step-by-step exercises that make you feel progressively more comfortable and confident to speak to groups. So now I'm going to share the steps in my masterclass so you can see the progression. The first half of the course helps you create an internal foundation of confidence upon which you can build an authentic style of speaking. So the first thing that you do is practice grounding at the center of attention to get you out of your head and into your body in the present moment. And then I guide you to release the tension of being the center of attention, so you become comfortable in your skin at the center of attention. And at this point, you're building your presence in front of a group. Next, you learn how to make genuine connection to audience members by receiving the flow of attention as support. Receptive connection creates the sense of we are here together. And after that, you practice a method of thinking on your feet that I call streaming speech. You learn to trust yourself to pick up a thought from inside your head, say that thought, and then follow the flow of speech without planning what to say. So you do all of these subtle skills at the center of attention, so you're building presence, calm, comfort in your body, and a feeling of confidence to flow your speech. But that's still only the first half of the course. The second half of the course is the practical application of those subtle experiences to public speaking. You'll learn to create brief but compelling talks that you think on your feet with minimal preparation. So you learn first then how to find your stories and the lessons learned, both personal and professional. And then you practice telling some of those stories and lessons learned. And then you learn to collect your ideas, your insights, your information on paper in 5 minutes using a simple speech structure. And then you throw away the paper and improvise compelling little talks that you are speaking from your heart. Finally, you add a story and a lesson learned to some of your ideas to create a more complete talk. And again, you deliver those without notes. And they make us say, wow, because they have your story and your lessons in them, and because you're speaking from your heart, from your authentic self. The homework for this class is really minimal, because this is a class about learning to speak in the moment. So your only homework will be to practice the grounding exercise to develop your presence and to think of things that you might want to talk about in the next class. My method is very nurturing to your authentic self. It's completely non-critical and totally supportive. You will learn to feel safe and confident to just be yourself at the center of attention, so you can flow your speech and speak from your heart. I'll tell you a little story. In 2011, I got a call from a man with obvious distress in his voice. He said his name was Casey Davis, and he was a medical supply salesman. And he was nominated for the Salesperson of the Year at his global company. He shared that he was afraid he was going to win, and that he almost hoped he would not win because he'd have to give a speech at the award ceremony. Casey was obviously talented at sales, and yet he was afraid to speak to big groups. So Casey participated in my Sandra Zimmer Method public speaking experience, and he had to face his own expectations that he should be perfect. He became significantly more comfortable and confident speaking to his classmates. And of course, you know what happened. He won the Salesman of the Year, and he needed to prepare for his speech. So Casey and I worked in private sessions to prepare his acceptance speech. He wanted his speech to inspire others at his company, and he was really eager to tell the stories about how he had struggled to succeed at sales. The result was a stunningly successful speech. He shared with me that his speech was life-changing, and he had so much fun. He felt connected to the group. It was like having strings to everyone. And they responded to everything he said. People were clapping and crying and cheering. There were 400 people there, including his CEO, VP, and directors. And afterwards, both his CEO and VP said they were inspired. Casey's story is just one of hundreds of similar stories from my course. I offer my Sandra Zimmer Method public speaking experience in 2 8-week formats. I teach a virtual course live on Zoom, and I teach a course live in Houston, Texas. Each cohort is limited to only 8 participants. If you feel like this course is right for you or someone you know, you can see the upcoming dates and register at sandrazimmer.com on the course registration page. Or you can call me at 281-293-7070. The Sandra Zimmer Method public speaking experience is my masterclass. I love sharing it with smart, sensitive people who need to speak for business or who have a powerful message that the world needs to hear. I'd love to share it with you.